Come on, monkeys. You want some of this? Explode with your own kind. Ha. That's how I roll. I explode monkey bodies and I'm like, yeah.
Okay, here we are. Hey, look, an iron ring.
Okay. Hey, welcome to episode 5 of the Coopcast. We're playing Path of Exile closed beta. And we've got shitloads to talk about. We're going to talk about the gameplay of this game. We're talking about everything Steam related. We've got Gamescon to cover. And we're going to be talking about some of the latest hardware in the gaming world. Also, I'd like to say big thanks to Resonate for giving me his track Pump It for me to use in the new title screen. Hope everyone liked that.
I pumped my heart, man.
Yeah. And a big congratulations to you, Dan, for getting into university.
Yeah, thanks.
3 A's. Like the geek you are. And if anyone wants to stalk Dan, he's going to Bath University.
Yeah.
This is a mugshot of him.
You start this year, hook me up during freshers. I'll buy you a drink.
Yeah. And if you're female and sexy, don't forget that.
That is a requirement.
Anyways.
You've got to be at least a 6. Basically, Path of Exile is an action role-playing game. If you played Diablo or Diablo 2, it's like that, or even Diablo 3. Basically, you click on things and you've got powers, and you use the powers by clicking on things.
You want to do the honours of talking about the characters?
There's... Okay, there's 6 characters.
Yeah.
There's the Witch, the Duelist, the Marauder, the Templar, the Shadow, and the Archer. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's one unveiled god class.
Yeah.
You're a old veteran Diablo 2 player, and I think it's going to be a good idea to draw similarities from Diablo 2 to this game. I would really like to make comparisons to Diablo 3, but I've only played that for about an hour at tops. A lot of people are saying that this is the real Diablo 3 because of some very bad design choices which Diablo 3 made.
Yeah, like they've got the...
There is essentially there isn't a skill tree in Diablo 3. You've just got set skills which you progress level by level, and there's not much flexibility to what kind of style you want your character to be, apart from the character you choose at the beginning.
I think the way it is no matter what, your character always progresses in the same sort of way.
Yeah.
And then it's basically all of it is about what items you have.
Yeah, pretty much. So what's really... I think one of the main selling points about this game is the actual skill tree itself.
Okay.
This is a skill tree.
You've got 6 different classes.
Let's start at the top.
Except for the way that the character looks, the only difference between the classes is where they start on that skill tree. And that skill tree, every dot on that skill tree costs a skill point, and every skill is passive, which, if you want to compare it to Diablo 2, you spend your skill points on both skills and passives. So you can increase the level of your skills, so you could summon more skeletons if you're a necromancer.
I guess.
There's the 3 different colours of skill gems, and the blue ones rely on intelligence, green ones rely on dexterity, and the red ones rely on strength. So, again, that kind of limits what skills you can use based on what passive abilities you've selected. And because it's all online, basically, it's encouraged to get the items you want, you have to trade with other players. And this is done through trading all sorts of items. It seems like the sort of rune equivalent in this game is orbs, and there are all sorts of orbs that you can use on weapons and armor to improve them, but at like a random chance sort of thing, which I thought was really cool.
I played Diablo 2 a little bit with you, but this is my first time properly playing an RPG of this sort, and I can only compare it to Magicka. Which really isn't...
Yes, it was a little bit like Magicka.
Which have your quality controls. And it's just micromanagement between your potions and your mana, and making sure you have enough magic power to actually use your attacks assigned to your quality. Okay, let's show off a bit of gameplay mechanics in this.
The gameplay mechanics. Clicking!
It's click to win. which you argue it's not.
Well, you gotta click the right thing.
Yeah. So all my attacks are assigned to my quirky keys, and the way I like to play this archer girl, I like to stay afar, keep some mines, put some mines down.
Use my bow from a long way away. What is the difference between the characters? What is the real incentive between playing one character over the other?
Oh, because
it's all the same skill tree.
Like you're playing a witch, so you're high intelligence, but you could if you wanted to.
No, I'm not. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm actually not. I don't have to be high intelligence. I could go and give myself high strength.
But it's just the way the skill trees.
Yeah, exactly.
It prioritizes all the intelligence skills for you, and they're easier to get to earlier on. So naturally, you become highly intelligent. Yeah, you don't have to. That's the thing. That's the interesting thing about this game, I guess. Oh, another important point to mention about this game is that it's going to be completely free to play when it's out, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, that is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know what they're going to do, whether it's going to be pay to win or not.
Well, that's the thing. How could they make it pay to win? Arguably, Diablo 3 is pay to win because you could buy the best weapons like straight away in the game because of the shop, which they're so proud of. So what you can buy in this game through microtransactions are purely aesthetic. They're things to make your character look...
Again, we don't know.
Well, that's what they said. They said when the final game comes out, they just want all the things you can buy in the shop to be purely aesthetic. There won't be any weapons which will make you stronger, or will give you an edge in the game. As a loyal Diablo 2 fan, coming into this game, you were quite cynical about it.
I wasn't I didn't play it when I was younger or anything.
Yeah, I know, but you really enjoyed Diablo 2 from what you talked about, what you said about it to me.
Yeah.
And so coming into this game, you were very cynical about what it was going to do and if it was going to do what Diablo 2 did. And you're quite cynical of that it was going to do it worse.
I was worried it was going to be too similar.
And you're also worried that it's going to do things differently and wrong. Wherever wrong is.
Or that it was going to be too different. Yes.
Yeah. And about 2 hours playing into it, pretty much all your worries about this game pretty much evaporated.
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
This game's actually really good. I think it's really good. And I normally hate games.
I mean, in essence, what this game is about is just the numbers. It's all about getting those numbers high up.
Yeah, that is what this game is all about.
It's all about getting loot, to get better loot, to get better loot, to get better loot. Said that 5 times. Also, one thing to note about this game is that it's really, really pretty.
It's quite pretty.
I want to show off some of the more green levels. At the moment, we're in a dungeon, so it's kind of dark, but it's got interesting textures and stuff.
Why don't you zoom in and show them the nice...
Yeah, okay.
How everything's shiny.
Check out my dyke character. She's a full-on lesbian. For sure.
Bitch. She stands like she's got no confidence in herself. She's like, I don't know, I'm slouched.
Jade Chopper. Jade Chopper. That sounds like someone's name. Hi, my name is Jade Chopper.
I do wonder what happens in your head sometimes. Oh, Jade Chopper, mate.
You're what, mate? Oh shit, I'm on fire.
Oh shit, me too.
Crab. Giant enemy crab.
Attack its weak spot.
Ah, fuck, I died.
Ah shit, I'll open you a temple. Some things never change.
Fuck you. Payoff for dying, apparently. We haven't worked that out yet. Maybe there is. Maybe someone can tell us.
Yeah, there is. There is a... But only on the higher difficulties.
Oh, I see.
You unlock the higher difficulty on a character.
Ah.
By completing it once through.
I see. And then what happens? You start all over again?
No.
You bring on your character
at the same level they were when they beat it on the easy difficulty.
with all your weapons?
Yeah, all your weapons.
Oh, right.
They're rendered obsolete by the fact that all the enemies are higher level.
So it's not like a like a prestige on.
It's like in Borderlands.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Ah.
Or more like actually Diablo 2, but you never played that, so I have to.
Fuck! I'm frozen. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. Ah, bitch. He's freezing me. First I thought you were brave. Then I thought you were a fool for seeking out Mount. Well, I don't know why she sounds like an old man. Now I don't know. The coast is ours now, thanks to you. Keep one thing in mind for me. What have you become? Even nightmares fear you. You.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Is it nice?
Yeah, so you know what happened recently?
Why don't you tell me?
Gamescom 2012. And it was like...
good?
It's fucking nothing, man. It was fucking nothing. Everyone was like, Half-Life 3, man. It's gonna get unveiled, man.
Oh yeah,
No.
That was Gamescom.
Yeah, that was Gamescom.
Yeah, they didn't. It was people just...
It was fucking nothing. Some of the big titles that were talked about at Gamescom. Crisis 3. We knew that was coming. Borderlands 2. We knew that was coming too. Fire 4. I don't know if you're interested about that. It's a upcoming MMO FPS.
Sounds like a stupid
A lot of.
idea, like
It sounds like a lot of other games coming out. There's
every other attempt at... No, I can't say that.
I can't.
Well, I really hope that that's good.
Is this a new Dan we're saying?
What?
An optimistic one?
No, I'm not optimistic. This is probably going to be horrible. I want it to be good.
I've seen a lot of footage of
Maybe
it.
something-
It looks.
like something different.
Well, I mean, MMO FPS isn't something that's new. It's been done before, but
Yeah, but it's done really shit.
there's kind of a lot of hype around this game because they're doing a lot of things right, according to people playing the closed beta at the moment. Dead Space 3, aka Gears of Modern War Dead Space 3.
Yeah, that looks really shit.
It looks. What have they done to that? They're like, the developer was just like, yeah, we're trying to keep everything scary still. And then if you look at the trailer, he's like covering behind walls,
Yeah.
and there's like robots
scary,
coming after
like-
him. And there was a random feature from Combat Arms, that free-to-play FPS that like is overly hacked.
Oh, you played that a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, it's really
Like,
shit.
This game's really good.
No, it's really bad. It's hackers galore. Everyone's using aimbot, and it's just who's got the best aimbot. Yeah, so my ones to watch at Gamescom 2012, Smite, which I'm hoping we get some beta footage soon.
Do you actually know anything about Smite?
I know nothing about
I
Smite.
absolutely didn't.
It's what I understand is Dota 2 but with WASD keys. For games like this, it's like gambling. You just want to keep getting better and better. You want better numbers. Is that the same principle in League of Legends and Dota 2? Is it all about the stats?
No, it's about beating people.
It's about being. So it's about
It's
competitive.
not like an RTS game.
Oh, so it's competitive PvP.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is.
Okay, got it. My other game to watch is Chivalry, Medieval Warfare. So that's going to be competing up against War of Roses when they both come out.
It has no chance against War of Roses.
I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that War of Roses is doing a lot of things wrong.
Like,
They're saying it's a bit messy compared to Mountain Blade.
oh, I watched some gameplay of it. It did look a bit like,
Just clunky, right?
The HUD was like really disgusting.
I mean,
You know in Mountain Blade when you swing your sword,
Yeah.
your character puts his arm in that direction. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, that's enough for me to know what's happening.
Yeah.
On War of the Roses, it's like it's got this giant fucking thing that fills the screen. It's like, oh, you swung your sword this way. Oh, you're charging it. You're charging it. Swing it now.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Oh, I see what I did there. Is more true to the Mountain Blade combat style. But what Chivalry doesn't do is horseback fighting. And
Yeah, that's sort of Mountain Blade's shtick, isn't it?
yeah,
The really, really awesome.
and it's not as large scale as what War of Roses is going to be like.
Yeah, War of Roses is going to be like.
So they've both got their pros and cons. Yeah, so that's Gamescom concluded. Let's move on to the next session.
Wait, did we even talk about everything?
Yeah, it's fucking nothing. Gamescom was fucking nothing.
Absolutely no word on Half-Life 3.
No, absolutely nothing. Gabe Newell did have just a random little rant about Windows 8, which is quite interesting as why he did that. But I'll talk about that when we talk about Steam. Okay, let's do hardware news. Sorry, that was really lame. I apologise.
I do one.
So, hardware news. What do you think of the Osculus Rift, the 3D virtual reality goggles coming out?
I think they look cool.
Okay, so I mean, everyone thinks it looks cool. It's gonna be like virtual reality, but it's not really because it's stereoscopic 3D, but right up in your face. Which sounds like
That's what I think's cool.
that sounds horrible. It reeks of Virtual Boy.
There's no, you won't be able to tell that you're looking at a screen when you're wearing the goggles.
You
Except
d-
for the fact you're wearing goggles.
It just reeks of Virtual Boy. Okay, I already made up.
It's like an improved Virtual Boy. That is sort of the idea, I guess.
There's gonna be news stories all over it saying like Osculus Rift has caused eye cancer, neck pains, permanent cross-eye syndrome.
The technology is so much better now.
From the perspective of someone that's worked with stereoscopic technology in a working field, stereoscopic technology is really useful. I mean, like, military have managed to utilize it to create really, really accurate 3D models and stuff. In a more recreational point of view, I really think stereoscopic 3D is a gimmick.
Well,
you said it yourself. What we see everything in 3D every day in our lives. Why would we be impressed to see 3D on screen? Whoa, it's coming out my face. That's it. That's the only appeal of it, isn't it?
well, yeah, that is... No, that's not the only appeal of it.
What?
The appeal is that it...
Immersion. That's not used.
Suddenly you're not looking at a screen anymore.
You are looking at a screen.
Like right now,
You're looking at two
I'm
screens.
I am looking at a screen. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a game on a screen.
Yeah.
If you're wearing those goggles, you're just seeing the game.
You're in the game. If you're playing like FPSs and stuff, yeah, it might add to.
Any game. It just aids your immersion. It removes that window.
No, because you forget that you're looking at 3D after about 30 minutes of playing.
Well, I really don't.
Well, that's what you do when you watch a 3D movie, so how would it be any different in the game?
Yeah, again, you're completely missing my point. It's not the 3D. It's the fact that I'm not looking at a screen.
What does sound cool about the Oculus Rift is that it's the whole 110 degrees field of view thing.
That's the thing I'm talking about, you knob.
No, you were talking about the 3D.
No, I'm not talking about the 3D.
What were you talking about
I'm
then?
talking about, look, right now,
We're
when
looking
you
at a
look
monitor.
at what's in front of you, you're seeing your computer desk, your keyboard, your mouse,
Right,
and
okay,
the game on
yeah.
a screen.
Okay, yeah.
If you're wearing the goggles, you're just going to see the game and nothing else.
Yeah, I think that's the only cool thing about it. But
It's not the only cool thing. That's like that is the thing. That's like saying the only cool thing about cheese is that you eat it.
What? Such a strange analogy.
I'm hungry. It basically comes down to I think it's cool and you don't, and that's the argument.
You're not gonna think it's cool when you get permanent cross-eye syndrome.
Well, you might not. You can't just assume it's gonna fuck your eyes up. It's probably very likely gonna fuck your eyes up. If there's any chance that it won't,
It can't
then
be.
I'll quite
It's just.
happily wear it.
It seriously can't be healthy. Having a screen that close to your face for long periods of play. I mean, you play video games for like 8 hours straight, don't you? At times.
Yeah.
Imagine having that in your face for 8 hours.
Well, my eyes are fine.
It can't be healthy. I think it's shit. You think it's cool. Let's conclude that. Next, have you heard of the new WikiPad?
No.
It's a portable Android gaming device powered by the NVIDIA Tegra chip.
Okay, the video.
Where does that sound familiar? Oh yeah, right. Remember the Razer Project Fiona thing we talked about in episode 1? I tried to do a bit of research about it today. There's been no news articles since January 2012.
Probably because everyone who saw it thought that sounds stupid.
And yet these guys called WikiPad, which is not affiliated to Wikipedia in any way. I don't know why it's called a WikiPad. I don't know what the wiki stands for.
I bet it's just the same guys, but they changed the name so people wouldn't.
This is exactly what I was thinking, you know.
It's like, oh well, we got a lot of bad press the first time round. Maybe if we change our marketing strategy, change the name.
But the thing is, it's powered by Android, so it won't be able to play Windows games.
Wait, Android? So if it's doesn't that mean it will just be able to play like shitty Android games?
Yeah, pretty much. The appeal of the Razer was it was going to be powered by Windows 8.
Yeah.
And it was.
Oh god.
Yeah, so.
Well, Windows 8 is kind of designed for tablets anyway.
Exactly. So it's a really powerful gaming tablet, which can't really play like powerful games. So it's a bit redundant, isn't it? There is actually a lot of hype behind this WikiPad. My cousin.
See?
What?
Told you. Speaking to Android users, like they're like, oh well, Android is better than iTunes, and then they're like,
what the
yeah,
fuck are you talking?
Stuff.
Literally don't know what you're talking about. A lot of game developers are actually focusing towards the Android platform because it's so open and it's so easy to get your games out there. The socialization of Steam, they're going to be creating hubs out of everything. So you're going to be able to...
Steam into Facebook.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? But it's going to be Facebook for gamers. So there won't be any like, going out on the last night.
Each game has its own hub.
Yeah.
And then on the hub it's just got like, you know, most popular community contributions to that game.
Like where Facebook's like showing off the good times in your life, the new kind of Steam social hub is going to be more like showing the good times in your games. And I like that.
Yeah, or showing the good times in your lack of a life.
Yeah. Zing. And like I said at Gamescon, Gabe came out from nowhere just to slag off Windows 8. It was about it was just like a 2-minute clip of Gabe, and it's just him going, so what do you think of Windows 8?
I think they're going to find that they hate it, right? I mean, you know, I think they're going to basically rage quit computing after they use it.
What's so bad about it?
I think it's things that are used to be incredibly simple are very complicated and hard.
So just generally across the board,
Yeah.
it's a disaster.
Yeah.
Since then, there's been a lot of talk of Steam going on to Linux, the Linux platform.
Well, no, that Steam, that's what they're doing. They're
It's like it's its only option. It's got to go to Linux because Windows 8 is just going to be, it's just not going to work for Steam because the Steam operating system could potentially be a thing. Which is.
So how would that be? That would be just as closed as Windows 7, though.
I don't know. I don't understand the technical side of it, but most of the talk is that it's going to just be a modded version of Linux Ubuntu. It could be. We could actually potentially have an operating system dedicated to just gaming, and I think that'd be pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool. The more operating systems you have, that means that there's more choice, and that means that each one has to do more to attract customers, and it just
definitely
ends up meaning that overall, as customers get better services.
Yeah, you're right. You're completely right. And how many generations has it been that it's only been Windows and Apple in the operating system kind of competition in a business sense? Been way too long. And if you look at it sensibly, the only other strong competitor to actually enter that arena is actually potentially Steam. It's like exciting times for Steam users. Let's play Gutsburg. Guess the bullshit story. See what I did there? Okay, cue the funny music. So, this man in America, he's been arrested for breaking into someone's house and doing the conga with a bunch of his mates, screaming and laughing. One of his mates decided to raid the fridge, found a frozen pie, and then the police came because the people upstairs were shitting their pants, going, "What the fuck's going on? There's people in the house." And the police came, and then they all got arrested, resisting arrest, and charged for stealing someone's pie.
So they didn't get charged for breaking and entering.
Oh yeah, they got charged for breaking and entering, stealing a pie.
Did he cook the pie while he was there?
Yeah, he was cooking the pie in the oven.
What kind of oven was it?
I don't know. Bosch?
How many men broke into the house?
I believe it was 10.
10.
Yeah.
How did they get in?
Well, they just broke through the door and just kicked through it.
They kicked down the door.
Yeah.
They did a conga line to the fridge. Got a pie.
I think they were doing the conga just around the house, and one of them just kind of got split from the pack. It was just like, I'm hungry, I'm going to look for some food. Okay, so the next story is a man survives a rod which penetrated through his head in Brazil.
Okay, so a rod fell through his head.
Yeah, and he's
Where was it? It was in Brazil.
Yeah.
What were they building?
I presume that it was a building, if it fell off a 20-foot building.
20-foot building?
20-foot story. 20-story building.
Okay. So how did the pipe fall out of the 20 story of that building?
I don't know, they were doing construction work or something.
Was it on the top?
It must have been.
What were they doing pipes on the top of the
It
building?
wasn't a pipe, it was a metal rod.
Metal rod.
Yeah. And it just went whoosh, straight through his brain. And he survived.
What was the rod for?
I don't know, they use metal rods when it comes to construction, don't they? The final story is a man ate a fork. Yeah. And he forgot about it for like 10 years. About 10 years later, he was just like, oh, my stomach's kind of funny. And he started vomiting out blood. And he's like, oh, what's wrong with my stomach? And then he got an x-ray and they're like, and the doctor's like, dude, you got a fucking fork in your stomach, man. And he was just like, oh yeah, forgot about that. That was about 10 years ago I ate that. I was meaning to go to the doctors about that.
Okay, how do you accidentally swallow a fork? No. No. No,
Probably
he
done
didn't. No one swallows a fork.
I don't know. I'm just staying what I've read. So 3 stories were group of 10 break into a house, do the conga, man bakes pie. The other story was man in Brazil gets impaled by a metal rod in a construction site. And the final story is man eats a fork, forgets about it for 10 years.
You know, like, this shouldn't be so hard, really, should it? Why is this so difficult? Why am I having so...
It's just your faith in humanity is just slowly diminishing with every time we do this.
I actually think it's a conga line on this.
Really? It's not the guy that ate the fork.
That does sound silly, but...
Ready?
No, it's the guy who ate the fork. It's got to be the guy who ate the fork.
You've got to make a final decision, you can't keep changing. What's your final choice? Come on, you got 5 seconds. 5. 4.
The conga line.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you actually got it this time. So that actually means someone did actually a fork, crazily enough. Which is mental. He ate a whole fork. I forgot about it for 10 years. That's probably the most extraordinary part of the story. Very good, you finally got your first bullshit story. I congratulate you. I'm gonna explode some bodies as I end the episode. So thank you for watching episode 5 of Coopcast.
Wait, was that it? Is that what we got to talk about?
Yeah, we talked about a lot. I mean, we talked about Gamescon. We talked about all the news happenings in Steam World.
Steam World.
Steam World. And we did a very lengthy discussion of the gameplay of this Path of Exile game. Ravage Bay keys are still going. Check out my last episode of Coopcast to get your chance to win a key. There's been a lot of updates to it apparently. It's supposed to be fun now.
Maybe we should go back to it.
Maybe. Anyways, I'm concluding this episode. Good night.
Right.
Kamen Rider and Subcasted.